Watch this. This is a totally normal website. Bright, white, kind of blinding if it's late at night. Now watch what happens when I click this one little button in the corner. The whole page flips to a keen, comfortable dark mode. Every site I visit, one click, instant dark mode. And here's the wild part, this is a real Chrome extension that I built myself, and I genuinely don't know how to code. I didn't write any of it, I just talked to an AI in plain English. Let me show you exactly how, starting from a completely empty folder. Because a browser extension used to be one of those things that felt completely out of reach unless you were a real programmer. It is not anymore. With Claude Code, you describe the little tool you wish your browser had in plain words, and it builds you a real working extension you can actually install and use every day. So let me build this dark mode 1 live right now from scratch, and you can follow along the whole way. Okay, here's my screen. This dark window is Claude Code opened inside a completely empty folder. There's nothing in it yet. And I just tell it, in one plain sentence, what I want: build me a Chrome extension that adds a dark mode to any website. Flip the page to dark, keep the images looking normal, and put a little toggle button in the corner. That is the entire instruction. No code, just a description of the tool I want to exist. And it just goes to work. It's creating the actual files a real Chrome extension needs. The manifest, which is a little file that tells Chrome what this thing is, and the script that does the dark mode magic on the page, writing every bit of it by itself while I just sit here and watch. I'm not looking anything up, I'm not copying code from some website. It already knows exactly what a Chrome extension needs, and it builds the whole thing. A few seconds later, it's done. So I load it into Chrome, which it literally walks me through step by step, and I open up any old Bright website. And there's my little button sitting right in the corner where I asked for it. I click it and boom. The whole page snaps to dark. Real working dark mode on a site that never had one, built from an empty folder, just by talking. And it works everywhere on the page. Watch, I scroll down and the whole thing stays dark. The text is easy and comfortable to read. And look closely, the pictures still look totally normal instead of the weird inverted colors you'd expect. Click the button again and it snaps right back to bright. This is a genuinely useful little tool that I would actually keep and use. And I want this to really land. I did not write a single line of it. But here is where it gets really fun, and it's the exact same trick as building it in the first place. I just asked for more. So I type another plain sentence, add a warm sepia night reading mode too, and let me switch between dark and sepia. Notice, I'm not editing any code. I'm not even looking at the code. I am just describing the feature I want, the same way I'd ask a developer sitting next to me. And it adds it right into the extension I already have running. Now the little button cycles through a couple of cozy modes. First the dark from before, and then one more click brings up a warm sepia reading mode, where the text goes a soft cream over a cozy warm toned dark that is really easy on the eyes late at night. A whole new mode, added from a single sentence. That is genuinely all it took. Let's make it feel really polished now. So I asked for the finishing touches, again just talking, add a brightness slider so I can dim any page down and remember my choice for each website so I don't have to set it every single time. Little quality of life details exactly like these are what. Separate a throwaway toy from a real tool that you'd actually want to install and keep. And now honestly, it's genuinely nice to use. There's a slider. I drag it and the page dims down smoothly to whatever is comfortable for my eyes. And because it remembers per site, when I come back to a page later, it's already in the exact mode I left it in. We went from a completely empty folder to a polished little browser tool, and I never touched the code once, from start to finish. And I could honestly just keep going forever. I could ask it to add a keyboard shortcut, or a schedule that flips dark mode on automatically at sunset, or a list of sites to always skip. Whatever pops into my head. Every single idea is just one more plain sentence, and a few seconds later it's part of the extension and working. There's basically no ceiling except what you can think to ask for. So here is the whole thing, and it truly never changes. You describe the tool you want, and it builds it. You describe a new feature, and it adds it. You describe a little tweak, and it makes it. You, the human, never touch the code at all. You just keep talking in plain everyday English, and the thing you're building keeps getting better and better and better. Which means if there's some little tool you have always wished your browser had, a button that does the annoying thing for you, a tweak to a site you use every day, anything at all, you can actually have it running tonight. You do not need to learn to code first. You open Claude Code in an empty folder, describe the extension in one plain sentence, and then you just keep asking for more. That is honestly all it takes to start. I put out one of these every couple of days. Real things built with AI, no code, just by talking to it, all explained for total beginners. So if you want to actually start making your own tools instead of just watching other people do it, subscribe and stick around so the next one finds you. And do me a favor, tell me down in the comments, what is the very first extension you would build? See you in the next one.